So this weekend we've got the Real Connection Online Summit, number 2. And one of the speakers that's going to be talking there is a guy by the name of Brian Walsh. He's actually the organizer of this entire summit. Now Brian, for me, he's the guy that actually started me in this whole process of actually looking to develop myself, looking to develop my company, and sitting there saying, well, in certain parts of my life, like for me, my home life was fantastic, but some things in my business life weren't actually working out for me. I was getting the results, but I wasn't coming home satisfied at the end of the day. So he actually planted the seeds, and he gave me opportunities to reach out to these people. Much like I'm doing to you, I'm giving you opportunities to meet up with all these different kind of speakers. Now Brian himself offers various programs. The one program he actually sits through and goes through a step-by-step process of building your business, building different divisions within your business, what you need to do, how you need to do it, what you need to create, how do you start the whole process. And even if you're not starting a business, if you're currently running a business, what are you doing wrong? How do we look at it? How do you analyze your business? How do you actually see we have to go to the next phase? So Brian's exceptionally good at that. What I really enjoy about him is that he's a very practical guy at it. Also, what's actually quite enjoyable, and he actually repeats it quite a few times during his seminars, is that he's already made all the mistakes that we're all making. So learn from him so you don't actually have to make that same mistake. And some of us are very slow at learning that we actually have to make mistakes before we learn. But try and actually learn from him when he actually describes a mistake that he's made, where he's failed in one of his previous businesses, and what he's learned and why he's so successful today. To give a bit of a background into Brian, or to explain some things that he does, is that he actually has produced a book. To give a bit of an example of what Brian talks about, he's got various different things that he's going to speak about during the weekend. But one of them is his book, Addicted to Profit, which you can buy directly from him. I'll give you the link below. And in his Addicted to Profit, he talks about various things behind profit. Often when people hear that that's a profit, they want to try and get profit, they see it as a negative thing. It's not a negative thing. It's positive to actually be addicted to profit. Being addicted to money sometimes is the wrong step to take, because when you're addicted to money, you bring in more money, but if your expenses are even higher to bring in that money, you don't make profits, and therefore your business fails. So the couple of rules in profit that he talks about. So first thing that he'll talk about, and actually in the book, is knowing your numbers. You've got to know the financial side of it. You do have to understand the basics of finance. Not all of us are chartered accountants. I'm not, but I do have some fundamentals in finance. You've got to get your fundamentals in finance. Then he talks about conditioning your body and mind. Get yourself into work, get yourself into a routine, get yourself in a process of achieving your goals and your objectives. Then he talks about develop a daily routine. Once again, it's the same thing. You've got to set yourself certain tasks. And to explain it to you, what I sometimes do is that I'm busy working on something, then my cell phone goes off, a WhatsApp message or an instant message comes off. I look at the cell phone, I get distracted by that, and I drop what I'm doing. He says find a place and time for everything. Yes, put an hour aside for your emails, then work on other things, and put another hour aside for your cell phone, work on other things. Unless something's burning down and breaking down, it's not worthwhile answering any of those questions. Nothing is that urgent. Then he talks about measure and review and adjust. So measuring your achievements, reviewing what you've done. If you don't have a measurement, if you don't have a set objective, and you can't measure that set objective, how do you know if you've achieved it? How do you know if you're successful at what you're doing? Then he talks about develop a saving mentality. Here you need to sometimes spend to save. But throwing money in the wrong direction is an incorrect way of doing things. Look at the way you spend your money. Offer more for more. So create offerings to get more money back from it. It's not negative to get more money. You've got to remember what your value is. In his future-proofing your business, he talks a lot about measuring your value and what is your value. And then he talks about focus on relationships. So in focusing on relationships, you develop a relationship with somebody else. Why will they keep you if things are changing? Why now in this period of time? Why will somebody keep you? If you had a good relationship with them, they'll say, okay, well, I know that person's safe, I know that person's good, let me keep that person. If they come up with something new that they need to do, they know that you're successful at what you do, they'll pass the work on to you. If you're not showing that, if you don't have that relationship, they might look somewhere else, they might forget about you. So develop a relationship. So there's different kind of things in his 7 rules of profit. And so you can look at it, read his book. It's very interesting. But come and listen to him at that free summit we're having at the end of the week.